let's start first talking about a couple of signings that the Rockies made in the offseason. It's been a minute since we've been back here, but Daniel Murphy, he's a member of the Colorado Rockies. Now, that was one that there was a possibility we saw of them bringing in the veterans. We know that they like to do that. They brought it in. Looks like they're locking up that first base position.
Yeah, it's only for 2 years, so we'll see what happens. But I think that Daniel Murphy is going to be a great fit for the Rockies, for Coors Field. He's a power hitter, not in the sense that he's going to go out, hit 40 home runs, but he is a guy, he's got gap power. He has the potential to reach, 30, 40 doubles easy in Coors Field. He's a contact hitter. He's a guy who'll get on base. He's got the veteran leadership. He's got playoff experience. So, in my opinion, it was a great find for the Rockies. The only problem, we'll see how the defense works out at first.
Yeah, but the Rockies have been a little suspect at first with Desmond last year anyways when it comes to that defensive spot. But Ben, I want to talk about something Luke brought up about that power that he brings, whether it's a double or a triple, wherever he's going. Rockies got a lot of speed, especially this year with some potential lineup changes. What are your thoughts on the addition of Daniel Murphy?
Daniel Murphy, he's getting later in his career, so he might not have the same speed that he once had, but playing at Coors Field, it's the one argument that I will maintain about Coors Field being a hitter's park, is that it does have gaps for players to hit into between the left fielder and center fielder and in right center. If you can get into one of those gaps, it'll roll for a while. So, like you said, he has that gap power, so if he can get into those gaps, we could be looking at a solid 40 to 50 doubles this season from him.
Well, and one thing that we haven't even noted yet, the veteran experience on a relatively young roster. And this is a team the last 2 years has taken the next steps in what they want to do, chasing after, of course, that World Series. What is that veteran leadership going to do for this young Rockies team?
I think it's exactly what it's sort of what they were looking to bring in with Ian Desmond.
Yeah.
And while Desmond hasn't produced on the field to the point that we would like to see, he has been a helpful presence in the clubhouse with some of those younger players. I think Murphy will do the same thing when you've got guys like Ryan McMahon, who will probably take over his position at some point at first base, or even guys like Brendan Rodgers, even Trevor Story or Nolan Arenado. Yep. Guys who don't have the same playoff experience, who don't have as many years under their belt as Daniel Murphy does. Bringing in someone like that is a huge, huge bonus for this team.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was looking at the Rockies roster before we came in here today, and aside from Daniel Murphy, the only other Rockies player, at least defensively, pitchers not included, the only other Rockies player born before the 1990s is Charlie Blackmon. Everyone else was born in the 1990s. So it will bring in a veteran leadership, just because this is a really young team in that area for batters. So having him in there, obviously he's a fantastic hitter for average. Sort of that mentality, bringing that into clubhouse, I think it'll be a great addition, honestly.
Well, it should help Bud Black, too, because we know that he has been a big voice and a big voice of reason for this Colorado Rockies team taking those next steps. He's got some veteran leadership that he can rely upon as well. I think we're kind of a unanimous decision. Daniel Murphy, I like the signing, especially for where he's at. When you're grading it, is it an A signing? Is it a B signing? Where are you going to grade it at?
We'll see. He's had some knee injury issues, but I think right now, he has the potential to be an A-level signing easy.
I'll give him the B to B plus range just because the contract that he signed, the 2 years, $24 million, is the exact same contract that was given to DJ LeMahieu. So the fact that for the same amount of money, we could have probably gotten back DJ.
That might be a conversation too. Was DJ really wanting to stay here? Was he ready to leave?
That too.
Got to be some other circumstances, and the depth that the Rockies have at second base, it's kind of crazy to see. So that's the signing of Daniel Murphy. Kind of our thoughts on that.